Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. Finnair 1361 ready for pushback at Charlie 1.
Trans North 4154 cleared to land runway 35.
Finnair 1361 cleared for pushback. Paradise ground. Finnair 1361 ready to taxi. Finnair 1361 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. Air India 90529 ready for pushback at Bravo 2.
Finnair 1361 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air India 90529 cleared for pushback.
Trans North 4154 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Paradise ground. Air India 90529 ready to taxi.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon. Germania 7660 is on approach. Germania 7660 cleared to land runway 35.
Air India 90529 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. FedEx 5511 ready for pushback at Charlie 2.
Paradise Tower. Air India 90529 ready for takeoff runway 35. Air India 90529 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
FedEx 5511 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon. Korea 4234 is on approach. Korea 4234 cleared to land runway 35.
Germania 7660 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
FedEx 5511 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. Singapore 7721 ready for pushback at Charlie 3. Singapore 7721 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower. FedEx 5511 ready for takeoff runway 35. FedEx 5511 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Singapore 7721 taxi to runway 35. Korea 4234 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. KLM 7291 ready for pushback at Alpha 3. KLM 7291 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon. Beaver 6352 is on approach.
Singapore 7721 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Beaver 6352 cleared to land runway 35.
KLM 7291 taxi to runway 35. Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. Wiz 3121 ready for pushback at Alpha 4. Wiz 3121 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon. Air India 2546 is on approach. Air India 2546 clear to land runway 35.
Beaver 6352 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Wiz 3121 taxi to runway 35. Paradise Tower. KLM 7291 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Turkish 5678 clear to land runway 35.
KLM 7291 cleared for takeoff runway 35. Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. Air India 1421 ready for pushback at Alpha 1. Air India 1421 cleared for pushback. Paradise ground. Air India 1421 ready to taxi.
Paradise ground. Air India 2546 requesting taxi to the gate.
Air India 1421 taxi to runway 35. Wiz 3121 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air India 2546 taxi to gate Alpha 1. Paradise ground. Turkish 5678 taxi to the gate. Turkish 5678 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Germania 58905 cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 90784 cleared to land runway 35.
Air India 2546 hold position.
Paradise ground. Germania 58905 ready to taxi. Germania 58905 taxi to runway 35.
Air India 2546 continue taxi.
Paradise Tower. Air India 1421 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon. Egypt Air 8110 is on approach.
Air India 1421 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Egypt Air 8110 cleared to land runway 35.
Dynasty 8045 cleared for pushback.
Paradise ground. Indonesia 90784 requesting taxi to the gates. Indonesia 90784 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Dynasty 8045 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Tower. Germania 58905 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Malaysian 7527 cleared for pushback.
Germania 58905 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower. Dynasty 8045 ready for takeoff runway 35. Dynasty 8045 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Malaysian 7527 taxi to runway 35.
Egypt Air 8110 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. Japan Air 2215 ready for pushback at Bravo 1. Japan Air 2215 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon. Copa 4220 is on approach.
Malaysian 7527 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Copa 4220 cleared to land runway 35.
Japan Air 2215 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. Korean 6789 ready for pushback at Bravo 3. Korean 6789 cleared for pushback. Paradise ground. Korean 6789 ready to taxi. Korean 6789 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Tower. Japan Air 2215 ready for takeoff runway 35. KLM 6822 cleared to land runway 35. Japan Air 2215 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Copa 4220 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Philippines 6863 cleared for pushback.
Alaska 3894 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise ground. Philippines 6863 ready to taxi. Philippines 6863 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Tower. Korean 6789 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise clearance. Good afternoon. Bangkok 90785 ready for pushback at Alpha 5.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon. Alaska 4538. Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Bangkok 90785 cleared for pushback.
Paradise clearance Transnorth 4155 ready for pushback at Charlie 1.
KLM 6822 taxi to gate Charlie 4. Bangkok 90785 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Ground, Ilaska 3894, requesting taxi to the gates. Ilaska 3894, taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Paradise clearance Germania 7661 ready for pushback at Bravo 2.
Korean 6789er cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Transnorth 4155 cleared for pushback.
Philippines 6863 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Bangkok 90785 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Germania 7661 cleared for pushback.
Transnorth 4155 taxi to runway 35.
Germania 7661 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise clearance, Korean 4235, ready for pushback at Charlie 2. Korean 4235, cleared for pushback.
Indonesia 70906, cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Tower Transnorth 4155 ready for takeoff runway 35. Transnorth 4155 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Germania 7661 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Binter 4608 cleared to land runway 35.
Korean 4235, taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Tower, good afternoon. Air France 3170 is on approach. Air France 3170 clear to land runway 35.
Paradise Tower, Korean 4235, ready for takeoff runway 35.
Indonesia 70906, taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Paradise Tower, good afternoon. Delta 9704 is on approach. Delta 9704, cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Ground Binter 4608 requesting taxi to the gates.
Paradise clearance Eva 6353 ready for pushback at Charlie 3.
Paradise Ground Air France 3170 taxi to the gates.
Paradise Tower, good afternoon. UPS 7460 is on approach. UPS 7460 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise clearance Turkish 5679er ready for pushback at Alpha 3. Paradise clearance Air India 2547 ready for pushback at Alpha 1. Air France 3170 requesting taxi to the gates.
Asiana 5932 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Ground, Delta 9704, taxi to the gates.
Air France 3170 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Delta 9704, requesting taxi to the gates. Paradise Tower, good afternoon. Air Austral 1348 is on approach. Air Austral 1348. 48 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Ground, UPS 7460, taxi to the gates.
Indonesia 90785 cleared for pushback.
Air India 2547 cleared for pushback. Turkish 5679 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon, Kenya 3576 is on approach. Eva 6353 cleared for pushback. Kenya 3576 cleared to land runway 35.
UPS 7460, taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Air India 2547 taxi to runway 35.
Indonesia 90785 taxi to runway 35.
Turkish 5679 taxi to runway 35.
Asiana 5932 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Alitalia 1856 clear to land runway 35.
Eva 6353 taxi to runway 35.
Egypt Air 8111 taxi to runway 35. Binta 4608 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Korean 4235 cleared for takeoff runway 35. Air Austral 1348 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Eva 6353 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Delta 9704 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Kenya 3576 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Paradise Tower Turkish 5679 ready for takeoff runway 35. Turkish 5679 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Indonesia 90785 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air India 2547 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Copa 4221 cleared for pushback.
Alitalia 1856 taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Air China 3802 cleared to land runway 35. Copa 4221 taxi to runway 35.
Egypt Air 8111 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower good afternoon. Indonesia 6710 is on approach. Indonesia 6710 clear to land runway 35.
Paradise Tower Copa 4221 ready for takeoff runway 35. Paradise Ground Air China 3802 requesting taxi to the gates. Air China 3802 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Paradise clearance KLM 6A23 ready for pushback at Charlie 4. KLM 6A23 cleared for pushback.
Ilaska 38905 cleared for pushback.
Copa 4221 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air France 5118 cleared to land runway 35.
Indonesia 6710 taxi to gate Bravo 3.
KLM 6A23 taxi to runway 35.
Ilaska 38905 taxi to runway 35.
Latham 1966 clear to land runway 35.
Paradise Tower KLM 6A23 ready for takeoff runway 35. KLM 6A23 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Ground Air France 5118 taxi to the gates. Air France 5118 taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Paradise Tower Ilaska 38905 ready for takeoff runway 35. Ilaska 38905 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Azores 3012 clear to land runway 35.
Latham 1966 taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Paradise Tower. Good afternoon. Alaska 90352 is on approach. Alaska 90352 clear to land runway 35.
Paradise Ground, Azores 3012, taxi to the gates. Azores 3012, taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Paradise clearance, Indonesia 70907, ready for pushback at Bravo 5. Indonesia 70907, cleared for pushback. Paradise Ground, Indonesia 70907, taxi. Indonesia 70907, taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Ground, Alaska 90352 requesting taxi to the gates. Alaska 90352 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Paradise Tower, Indonesia 70907, ready for takeoff runway 35. Indonesia 70907, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air France 3171 cleared for pushback. Paradise Ground, Air France 3171 ready to taxi. Air France 3171 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. Korean 8168 is on approach. Korean 8168 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Tower, Air France 3171 ready for takeoff runway 35. Air France 3171 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air Austral 1349er, cleared for pushback.
Sunwing 1438 clear to land runway 35.
Delta 90705, cleared for pushback. Paradise Ground, Air Austral 1349er, ready to taxi. Air Austral 1349er, taxi to runway 35. Delta 90705, taxi to runway 35.
Asiana 5933 cleared for pushback.
Alaska 5776 clear to land runway 35.
UPS 7461, cleared for pushback.
Binta 4609 cleared for pushback. Korean 8168 taxi to gate Charlie 1. Binta 4609 taxi to runway 35.
Austria 7684, cleared to land runway 35.
Asiana 5933 taxi to runway 35.
UPS 7461, taxi to runway 35.
Alitalia 1857 cleared for pushback. Binta 4609 continue taxi.
Malaysian 6956, cleared to land runway 35.
Sunwing 1438 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Kenya 3577 cleared for pushback.
Alitalia 1857 taxi to runway 35.
Sunwing 1438 hold position. Paradise Tower, Asiana 5933 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Alaska 5776 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Kenya 3577 taxi to runway 35. Air China 3803 cleared for pushback.
Sunwing 1438 continue taxi.
Austria 7684, taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Asiana 5933 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower, Delta 9705, ready for takeoff runway 35.
Finnair 9034 cleared to land runway 35.
UPS 7461, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air Austral 1349, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Alitalia 1857 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Binter 4609 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. Air India 4556. Mayday, mayday, mayday.
Delta 9705 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air China 3803. Taxi to runway 35.
Malaysian 6956 requesting taxi to the gates.
Paradise clearance. Indonesia 6711 ready for pushback at Bravo 3.
Paradise Tower. Kenya 3577. Ready for takeoff runway 35.
Malaysian 6956 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Paradise Ground Finnair 9034 taxi to the gates. Finnair 9034 requesting taxi to the gates. Finnair 9034 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Paradise clearance. Latham 1967 ready for pushback at Alpha 5.
Paradise clearance. Air France 5119 ready for pushback at Charlie 4.
Paradise clearance. Azores 3013 ready for pushback at Bravo 2.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. UPS 60908 is on approach. UPS 60908 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise clearance. Alaska 9353 ready for pushback at Bravo 5.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. Etihad 1600 is on approach. Etihad 1600 cleared to land runway 35.
Latham 1967 cleared for pushback.
Azores 3013 cleared for pushback.
Kenya 3577 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Indonesia 6711 cleared for pushback.
Air China 3803 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Alaska 9353 cleared for pushback.
Arabia 5222 cleared to land runway 35.
Air France 5119 taxi to runway 35.
Latham 1967 taxi to runway 35.
Azores 3013 taxi to runway 35.
Indonesia 6711 taxi to runway 35.
Alaska 9353 taxi to runway 35.
UPS 60908 taxi to gate Charlie 3. Paradise Tower. Good evening. Asiana 90856 is on approach. Asiana 90856 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Ground. Etihad 1600 taxi to the gates. Etihad 1600 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Paradise Tower. Air France 5119 ready for takeoff runway 35. Air France 5119 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Binter 5584 cleared to land runway 35.
Alaska 9353 ready for takeoff runway 35. Alaska 90353 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower, Indonesia 6711 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Asiana 2678 cleared to land runway 35.
Indonesia 6711 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower, Azores 3013 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Asiana 90856 taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Azores 3013 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Delta 1678 cleared to land runway 35.
Latham 1967 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Binta 5584 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Good evening, KLM 5888 is on approach. KLM 5888 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Ground, Asiana 2678 requesting taxi to the gates. Asiana 2678 taxi to gate Bravo 4. Paradise Clearance, Korean 8169er ready for pushback at Charlie 1. Korean 8169er cleared for pushback.
Paradise Ground, Delta 1678 taxi to the gates. Delta 1678 taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Sunwing 1439er cleared for pushback.
Paradise Ground, Korean 8169er ready to taxi. Korean 8169er taxi to runway 35.
Alaska 5777 cleared for pushback.
Austria 7685 cleared for pushback.
Sunwing 1439er taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Ground, KLM 5888 requesting taxi to the gates.
Alaska 5777 taxi to runway 35.
Austria 7685 taxi to runway 35. Terra 1552 cleared to land runway 35. KLM 5888 taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Paradise Tower, Korean 8169er ready for takeoff runway 35. Korean 8169er cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower, good evening. Eva 6512 is on approach. Eva 6512 cleared to land runway 35.
Malaysian 6957 cleared for pushback. Paradise Ground, Malaysian 6957 ready to taxi. Malaysian 6957 taxi to runway 35. Paradise Tower, good evening. Spinnaker 3558 is on approach. Spinnaker 3558 cleared to land runway 35. Paradise Tower, Austria 7685 ready for takeoff runway 35. Terra 1552 taxi to gate Alpha 2.
Paradise Tower, good evening. Etihad 1850 is on approach.
Alaska 5777 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Etihad 1850 cleared to land runway 35.
Austria 7685 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower, Sunwing 1439er ready for takeoff runway 35.
KLM 90756 cleared to land runway 35.
Eva 6512 taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Finnair 9035 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Ground, Spinnaker 3558 requesting taxi to the gates.
American 2668 clear to land runway 35.
Spinnaker 3558 taxi to gate Alpha 3.
Paradise Ground, Etihad 1850 taxi to the gates. Arabia 5222 cleared to land runway 35. Etihad 1850 taxi to gate Bravo 3.
Paradise Ground, KLM 9756 taxi to the gates. KLM 90756 taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Paradise Ground American 2668 requesting taxi to the gate. American 2668 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Sunwing 1439 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower, Malaysia 6957, ready for takeoff runway 35. Malaysia 6957, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Vimair 9035 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Arabia 5222 taxi to gate Bravo 2.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. Trans-North 2848 is on approach. Trans-North 2848 clear to land runway 35.
Etihad 1601 cleared for pushback. Paradise Ground Etihad 1601 ready to taxi. Etihad 1601 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. China Southern 2160 is on approach. China Southern 2160 clear to land runway 35.
UPS 6099, cleared for pushback. Paradise Ground, UPS 6099, ready to taxi.
Dynasty 3262 clear to land runway 35.
UPS 6099, taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Tower Etihad 1601 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Trans-North 2848 taxi to gate Charlie 3.
Paradise Clearance Binter 5585 ready for pushback at Alpha 4. Binter 5585 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Ground. China Southern 2160 requesting taxi to the gates.
Binter 5585 taxi to runway 35.
China Southern 2160 taxi to gate Bravo 5.
Etihad 1601 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
UPS 6099, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Trans-North 2848 hold position.
Paradise Clearance Asiana 2679 ready for pushback at Bravo 4.
Asiana 90857, taxi to runway 35.
Trans-North 2848 continue taxi.
Dynasty 3262 requesting taxi to the gate. Dynasty 3262 taxi to gate Charlie 4.
Asiana 2679 cleared for pushback.
Delta 1679 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Ground Asiana 2679 ready to taxi.
Turkish 1244 clear to land runway 35.
Asiana 90857, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Binter 5585 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Asiana 2679 taxi to runway 35.
Delta 1679 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Clearance, KLM 5889, ready for pushback at Alpha 1. KLM 5889, cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower Asiana 2679 ready for takeoff runway 35.
Paradise Tower, good evening. LATAM 4820 is on approach. LATAM 4820 cleared to land runway 35.
Asiana 2679 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
KLM 5889, taxi to runway 35.
Delta 1679 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Turkish 1244, taxi to gate Alpha 1.
Paradise clearance, Terum 1553, ready for pushback at Alpha 2.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. Air Portugal 2580 is on approach. Air Portugal 2580 cleared to land runway 35. LATAM 4820 taxi to gate Alpha 4.
Terum 1553, cleared for pushback. KLM 5889, cleared for takeoff runway 35. Paradise Ground, Terum 1553, ready to taxi.
Japan Air 88904, cleared to land runway 35.
Terum 1553, taxi to runway 35.
Paradise clearance, EVA 6513, ready for pushback at Charlie 1. EVA 6513, cleared for pushback.
Iluska 3200, cleared to land runway 35. Spinnaker 3559, cleared for pushback.
EVA 6513, taxi to runway 35.
Air Portugal 2580 taxi to gate Alpha 5.
Etihad 1851, cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. FedEx 5100 is on approach. FedEx 5100 cleared to land runway 35.
Spinnaker 3559, taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Ground. Japan Air 88904, taxi to the gates.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. Air Transat 1370 is on approach. Air Transat 1370 clear to land runway 35.
American 2669er cleared for pushback.
Etihad 1851, taxi to runway 35.
Japan Air 88904, taxi to gate Bravo 4.
Paradise Tower, Terum 1553, ready for takeoff runway 35.
American 2669er taxi to runway 35.
Paradise clearance KLM 90757 ready for pushback at Charlie 2.
Iluska 3200, taxi to gate Alpha 2.
KLM 90757 cleared for pushback.
Arabia 5223, cleared for pushback.
Paradise Ground. FedEx 5100, taxi to the gates.
KLM 90757 taxi to runway 35.
Terum 1553, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Europa 90766, cleared to land runway 35. EVA 6513, cleared for takeoff runway 35. Etihad 1851, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Spinnaker 3559, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
American 2669er cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Air Transat 1370, taxi to gate Alpha 3.
FedEx 5100, taxi to gate Charlie 1.
Malaysian 7660, cleared to land runway 35.
Arabia 5223, taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Tower KLM 90757 ready for takeoff runway 35. KLM 90757 cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Kestrel 4600, cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Tower, Arabia 5223, ready for takeoff runway 35. Paradise Ground, Europa 90766, taxi to the gates. Europa 90766, taxi to gate Bravo 3.
Paradise Tower. Good evening. Singapore 2172 is on approach. Singapore 2172 cleared to land runway 35.
Paradise Ground. Malaysian 7660 requesting taxi to the gates.
Arabia 5223, cleared for takeoff runway 35.
Malaysian 7660 taxi to gate Bravo 1.
Paradise clearance China Southern 2161 ready for pushback at Bravo 5. China Southern 2161 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Ground. Kestrel 4600, taxi to the gates. Kestrel 4600, taxi to gate Bravo 2. Aegean 8794, cleared to land runway 35.
China Southern 2161 taxi to runway 35.
Paradise Ground, Singapore 2172, taxi to the gates.
Paradise clearance Trans-North 2849er ready for pushback at Charlie 3. Singapore 4438 cleared to land runway 35.
Singapore 2172, taxi to gate Charlie 2.
Trans-North 2849er cleared for pushback.
Dynasty 3263 cleared for pushback.
Paradise Tower, China Southern 2161, ready for takeoff runway 35.
Trans-North 2849er taxi to runway 35.
Dynasty 3263.
Paradise Ground Aegean 879 hold position.